Here's how I make my best ever summer balm, perfect for bug bites, sunburns, and cuts and scrapes. The most important part of this balm and the main component for your recipe is going to be your infused oil. You need to start with 1 cup of oil of your choosing. I did half olive oil and half jojoba oil. You are just going to fill that oil up now with the herbs of your choosing. Just make sure that whatever you are putting into that oil is completely dry or else it'll mold. The bread and butter of this balm though is plantain. That helps with stings, with itchiness. It really helps to take that pain away. I also do lavender for its calming effects. I do chamomile. I did some wild violets for its cooling properties for sunburns. I do yarrow for its blood stopping properties. And I did a little bit of peppermint for its kind of cooling effects. Now you just leave this set for at least 2 weeks so that all these herbs get infused into your oil. Now that your oil is infused and ready to be used, we're going to grab a few things. First, we need some shea butter. We need some raw beeswax. We need a way to filter out our oil. You're going to need some jars or some tins, whatever you want to put your balm into. And then you need to make a double boiler. I just use a stainless steel bowl over a pot. We are going to start by straining out our oil, getting all of those herbs out. I just let it sit in the strainer. And as it drains, you're going to have your 1 cup of oil. That is exactly what you need for this recipe. Next, you're going to need 1 ounce of beeswax. I have a bar, so I had to cut mine up, but you can also just buy the pellets. Now we need to get our double boiler set up. I just use a pot, and I found this cool stainless steel bowl. You do not want your water to be boiling, like a rolling boil. You need this to be a slower process, so just under a boil. And go ahead and add in your oil. Once your oil gets warming up just a little, you're going to add in all of your beeswax. So 1 ounce of beeswax and 1 cup of oil. And you are just going to keep stirring this slowly, slowly, slowly. It does take a while for all of this to melt down. Once all your beeswax is melted down, it's now time to add your shea butter. And this is the brand that I like the best. We are just going to crumble up 1 tablespoon of this shea butter, and you're just going to slowly stir it until your oil is nice and clear. Once everything is all melted, you can pour it into the jars of your choosing and wait for it to cool off. Now we have a perfect summertime balm that we can use for so many different things. I hope you give it a try.